Alright, evening everybody. This is Crow coming back and doing another book review this evening. Looks like I'm able to get another review out tonight. It is getting kind of late, so I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible. Before we jump into that review, though, if you are a subscriber to my channel, I do appreciate that very much. And if you have not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button down below. And if you like the material that I'm putting out, please hit that like button down below there and leave me any comments in the feedback section. If there's anything that I can possibly put out for you information-wise, or you have a question, comment, or concern, let me know, and I will try to get that answered for you as best as I can in a timely manner. So tonight's review is going to be on a book that I've had in my library for a while, and I'm actually stoked by the idea that I haven't even done a review on it up to this point. That particular book happens to be Magickal Riches, Occult Rituals for Manifesting Money by Damon Brand. This book is, was published in 2015 by Damon Brand, and as we know, Damon Brand is one of the authors associated with the Gallery of Magick. The book does consist of 110 pages and provides the practicing occultists with a number of rituals in order to assist in manifesting more money in their lives. Again, I can't even begin to believe that I even skipped over this book and I haven't done a review on it yet. However, as with all the other books in the Gallery of Magick, they always make their material and the rituals simplified enough so that even the absolute beginner can get right into practicing magic and start gaining confidence in their ability in order to perform magical rituals. However, don't confuse the simplification of the rituals in the books and the content of their books as to not be effective. Okay, in part, the simplification simply allows, again, the student to achieve this confidence in their abilities to practice magic and gives them that ability to form a foundation that they can practice with in order to continue their practice as a whole and develop themselves as individuals within the magical community that they may be involved with. So, upon opening Magickal Riches, the reader is basically exposed to the basics of magic, and that it has a lot to do with how results are achieved through magic, and what magic is about, blah blah blah, as well as the importance of emotional alchemy. And this emotional alchemy is the very process that makes a lot of the books within their system work. Okay, when I started out in rune magic and witchcraft and sorcery 28 years ago, I really wish that there was somebody out there that would have explained the ideas of what visualization really was, the way that Damon Brand and the Gallery of Magick explain in their books. So they just simplify it in such a way that it makes it easy for anyone to be able to grasp. And granted, I had read a number of books back then on what creative visualization was and whatnot, but they never explained it the way that they do in these books, and that is one of the key reasons why I do recommend these books to a lot of people, especially those in right hand path communities. this is definitely a good book for you to get started with if you're looking to manifest more money. Money seems to be the thing on a lot of people's mind, along with love and not too many other things really. Money and love seem to be like the biggest ones out there, and so you really can't go wrong with picking up this book. So of course, if you're new to the occult, I do encourage you to read those beginning chapters, familiarize yourself with that information in those books before you go around practicing the material. However, if you are not new to that information, you could probably skip over that information to begin with and get right into practicing the rituals in the book. Now, the first ritual that you do come across is the Mastermind Ritual. And the Mastermind Ritual is really a ritual that is designed to break down barriers that keeps you from achieving regular prosperity in your life. And that has a lot to do with a lot of things, actually. We all have barriers that we put up. We have our own, thoughts of money and, what is good about money, what is bad about money. And it takes those barriers and it kind of removes them. And then from doing that, you begin to see the potential and opportunities as they present themselves, so that you are now a person who begins to attract more money into your life. Okay, and this ritual does require some very simple preparation, and it does require you to perform the ritual for a period of 11 days. This ritual does have a talisman associated with it, which is very simple to use, and they do go into that process and how the talisman is used. I'm just going to kind of show that to you right here. It's kind of there's a process on how you have to view the talisman, and again, the ritual is explained in the book. Once you learn it, you can simply go ahead and perform this ritual probably within 5 minutes, and it's not very difficult at all. Okay, think of this ritual as sort of like a primer. So, once you get this ritual out of the way, it now opens you up to being able to tap into the other rituals in the book. So again, this ritual does require you 11 days to to perform. So you're going to perform it once a day for 11 days. And then after that, you can repeat the ritual whenever you feel like. Some people like to perform it, once every 3 or 4 months in order to keep the vibrations and money attraction active within their lives. However, if you're already performing a lot of the rituals actively within the book, you're already having a consistent flow of money coming in, you probably don't need to perform the Mastermind Ritual, every 3 or 4 months. Probably once every 6 months, at best, is probably all that's required. Now, once you perform the Mastermind Ritual for the 11-day period, when you repeat it, say 3 months later or 6 months later, depending on which route you want to go with, you only have to perform the ritual for a period of 3 days in order to keep the money attraction and the vibrations up, for you to keep attracting money in your life. Okay. In addition to that, the reader is presented with a number of other rituals. So you get the primer ritual out of the way, which is the Mastermind Ritual. You now also have the Discover Your Secret Source for Money. And basically what this does is it provides a reader and provides a practitioner with an opportunity to learn well, they say secret sources of money that you can tap into for extra income, but really what they're trying to describe is um, opportunities for you to earn additional money that you may not have considered, like under a normal circumstance. For instance, I know a person who used this ritual, and they were very avid abstract acrylic. They did abstract acrylic paintings fairly regularly, and they had quite a talent for it. And then once they performed this ritual, they were like, oh, okay, maybe they got the idea that if they could get their paintings out to exhibits and stuff like that around the town that they lived in, that they could get their name out there to the through the art community. And this actually worked out for this particular individual, where this person was now able to sell artwork on a very regular basis through a variety of art exhibits throughout the community. And had he not performed that ritual, he may not have received that insight or that thought as to like, hey, I could be selling my artwork. And this actually ended up netting him quite a bit of money in the process. So that's definitely something. If you're looking for ways to generate more money, think of it like a way of intuition, if you will. All right. Another person I know that again used the same ritual. They just on a fluke moment, they had the opportunity to take, of all things, a fire breathing class. And it was like a 1 day training thing. He paid, I don't know, a couple $100 for the class or whatever. And what he was able to do after that was, market himself to parties and different functions and whatnot in the area that he lived. And he had rented himself out for like $100 an hour, booked himself for like, maybe even an hour gig. It was beneficial for him, but usually like 2 hour gigs, and he'd do like 2 or 3 gigs a week. You can start to see how that starts to build up extra money in your pocket. And again, had he not performed the ritual, this opportunity may have not have presented itself to him, fairly readily. So, this is something that you might want to look into as one of the ritual possibilities that you might want to perform. In addition to that, there are rituals for increasing sales and rituals for buying and selling. That's fairly obvious on how that goes. If you work in a job that has that's commission based, you want to increase your sales. That ritual would be very beneficial for you. If you're somebody who normally buys and sells things regularly for profit, that ritual would probably be more aligned for what your purposes and intents were for making more money. So in addition to that, let me get some water here. Now, of course, we also have the ritual to get people to pay up. We all have somebody, a friend or a family member or somebody we know that they owe us money, and they're always telling us, hey, I'll pay you next week, I'll pay you next month, or whatever. There is a ritual designed to get someone to pay up the money that they owe you. I have used that one successfully myself, along with rituals to increase sales to get extra money coming in when I was working a job that allowed me to earn commissions on a regular basis along with my hourly pay. Both rituals work out very, very well for me in the past when I had used this material fairly regularly. And then finally, the book contains rituals that are referred to as the genius rituals. Okay, and by the genius rituals, simply what this is a type of magic that puts a practitioner in contact with spirits referred to as jinn or genies. And with that, the book has 3 rituals involved that you can tap into these genies in order to bring additional money into your life. The first one is attract money through perception. So if you're one of those people who follows market trends, this might be for someone who invests in stocks or mutual funds or real estate, anything that involves market trends where you need to perceive future events. This ritual could be of benefit to you in order to bring additional money into your life. The second one is a chance money attraction ritual, which basically opens you to possibilities of finding money out of the blue, or just money coming to you out of the blue. This is very similar to the idea of Damon Brand's book, the Magickal Cash book, which I had already done a review on a couple months ago, and it does utilize one of the same spirits, which is Natika, along with 3 other genie spirits that are used to create these chance money encounters that can come about by doing the ritual involved there. And finally, you have the gambling ritual, which is in itself, describes what it is in itself. If you're one of those people who likes winning money through games of chance, the gambling ritual might be something you want to look into. I personally don't have any interest in performing any type of gambling myself, but that's not to say that it's not effective. I just never have used it myself. So overall, the book does have many good rituals involved, many good rituals in it. I've used a number of them extensively, and I've known a number of people who have used the rituals in here as well, again with great results. This is definitely a book that I would end up recommending. Again, if you're a beginning practitioner or you're just looking to find some financial money rituals in order to increase your the money in your bank account or in your pocket, definitely look it up. If you are interested in purchasing this book, there is a link in the description box down below. Click on that link and we'll be taking you to Amazon.com for the purchase page for Magickal Riches here by Damon Brand. Just click on that link and they'll take you to that page where you can complete the transaction if that's something that you're wanting to do. And with that, folks, this is Crow wishing you a very fond farewell and infernal blessings. You have a great evening. Take care. Bye.